Zach, tell us about your childhood growing up.
Oh man, I'm a small town Kansas kid. I grew up about 6 miles outside Topeka, Kansas, in a town called Silver Lake. Population at the time is probably about 1,000 people. Um, a nice town, a diamond in the rough. We try to keep it a secret around there because it had a good small town living, but close enough to Topeka and also close enough to Kansas City to kind of have those type of big town um, atmosphere as well. So, but I'm the youngest of five kids. My dad was the high school band director. He actually taught band from fifth grade all the way up until 12th grade. And my mom taught fourth grade. Yeah, so both school teachers. Um, but yeah, kind of the rundown, the gist of it. We didn't live in the country. We lived more in the city. But yeah, had a great time and a good childhood growing up in that small town.
Was there one particular moment that you decided you wanted to be a musician?
I think I just always knew I wanted to do music. There was never really a plan B. Although I did go to college, I graduated from University of Kansas, and my dad really encouraged to get an education and pursue music at the same time because he himself was in and out of the music scene and kind of saw the ups and downs of it. So he kind of gave me some good education in the very beginning to be smart about it and pursue an education. But there's never been anything that's ever excited me more than performing and writing and creating something that's I like to put it that's going to be long gone after I'm gone. Even if I'm no longer here, that art and that creativity will still be here, and hopefully people will play it. I don't know.
Can you tell us about your latest album?
um, how that started. Initially, I wanted to put out a demo, acoustic demo, to really give promoters, give venues, and just really give venues, fans, people, anything that they wanted to hear, something that could help progress and get me more shows, and also give structure to the band of songs that we'd be performing. As you know, when we get into the digital realm of recording, you can start just layering and layering and keep on going. And eventually we just started just adding more instruments, and it became something bigger than what I originally thought it would be. But it's a 7-track EP. I released that July of last year. Can't My Home is the title track. But it's got a little bit of everything on there. It's got some upbeat songs. It's got a few ballads and a few mid-tempo songs. And it's really what I wanted to do with all my music moving forward, is give a variety of feelings and emotions, and really paint the picture of a story of people or a time and place.
Zach, where does most of your inspiration come from with your music?
You know, Initially when I was writing songs, I really never knew I was a songwriter. I was writing words that rhymed on paper. And then you start to realize, well, hey, let's take this up a notch. Let's make this a little better. Let's start to really think about a person. Let's talk about a story here, someone's life, and let's really dig into what we could paint with that type of story. So the writing's actually gotten better. Initially thought they were just good writers and that's what it was, but you can actually get better at the craft of writing, just like you can at playing your instrument or at anything in life. So what inspires me, it just really depends. I write by myself a lot. I do write with other people as well. We really kind of come up with a concept and a story that we want to talk about. For me, a lot of times it starts with the music. I like to have a good riff, a good hook within the music, and kind of build the melodies around the music first. But it's never forced. It could be the opposite way. I've written lyrics that eventually, in stories that become into music later. But I do like starting with that music first to really hone in on that hook. Maybe it comes from the guitar or the bridge in the song.
Are you currently working on a new album?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I I've made a commitment to myself to not rush things and really do this next recording correctly. The production level on my first album was great, but we recorded that in a garage here in Katy, Texas. So this next album is going to be, I cannot wait for it. We're looking for an early spring of 2016 release, approximately 12 to 15 tracks on it. 3 of them I've already recorded in Nashville. And the remaining, I might record in Nashville or I might record, down here in Houston. It just really depends. It's going to have a little bit of everything on it, from upbeat songs to even ballads. I love a good ballad. I love the harmonies. I really think it can touch people and bring them into your world while you're on stage. But yeah, this next album is already fully written. I have a cycle of about 40 songs right now that we're picking and choosing from that either I've written or co-written. But some really good songs are coming out of it.
You played a lot of places. What are some of your favorite venues?
Oh man, well, I've seen a lot of venues. I'm a huge music lover. I love to support music and bands when I'm not playing, which is tough. Right now we're playing, anywhere between 3 to 4 times a week. So I do have a night off. It's either with the family or we'll take the family out and see some music. But one of the best venues I've personally played in is actually here in Conroe, Texas, which is just north of Houston. The venue is called Do-Si-Do, and I really think that venue is acoustically probably one of the best venues I've ever been in. And they have some big names come through there. I was very fortunate to open up for an artist. A lot of people know his name is Phil Vassar, and was able to open up for him at Do-Si-Do. But just a fantastic venue.
All right, Zach, a hard one. If you could share the stage of any musician, past or present, who would it be?
Oh Lord. Well, immediately to share a stage with somebody current would be one of my heroes with guitars, Joe Bonamassa. That guy is amazing. And the amount of time and practice he puts into his craft would be something I'd love to learn from him. I grew up in a country town. We listened to a lot of country music, but my mom and dad really influenced me with big band music, doo-wop, Chicago, bands like that. My dad loved that big band sound. So if I could play with a lot of those guys and learn of how to structure and build music with multiple instruments on stage, that would be fantastic. I'd love to, of course, revisit a duet with maybe a guy named Elvis. That would be fantastic. We can make that happen through hologram. I'm sure we can make it happen. But the list can go on and on. I love all types of music. It doesn't need to be country. It can be rock to hip hop to pop. If it's creative and it's original, I'd love to meet them and work with them.
Zach, what do you like to do outside of music?
I'm a huge animal lover. Besides music, man, that's tough because that's 24/7 right now. Me and my wife, we have an 8-year-old, and we love to do things like pack up a lunch and go down to the park or go down to the beach down here in Galveston, kind of get away. And that's really kind of it for me. It's music and family, at all times now. But we're not doing music, making time for family. If that seems too cliche, I know, but that's really what it is. pretty black and white.
Where's the best place to find your music?
YouTube channel. You can search Zach Emery Band. My promise to everybody is the music's going to keep coming, and it will continue to be free. In this day and age, putting up the music so you guys can listen to it. And what I ask in return is you come out and see a show. Come out and see us. There's nothing better than when friends, family, and fans come out and they know the songs. So anything that I record will 100% be available and accessible. Please share it and go on my social media. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, of course. And if you could, give it a like. And also check out my website, zachemeryband.com. if you'd like, you can purchase the music or check out our merch, or just read more about me on my bio at zachemeryband.com.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe on YouTube and Vidscape. Help us continue to showcase indie musicians by joining our Patreon fan club. Just click the link above for more details. And don't forget to connect on all your favorite social media sites.